What is up, guys? Delboy here. So, Kubrat Pulev defeats Hughie Fury by a unanimous decision to become the new IBF mandatory challenger. Now, obviously, Anthony Joshua holds that title right now, so Pulev is in line for a big payday. He actually was once mandatory before but got injured, and here we are. Second chance saloon for Kubrat Pulev. Now, the fight itself between him and Hughie Fury was very uneventful. I've got to say I got this one wrong. I felt Pulev was, sort of completely past his best at this stage. To me, since the Klitschko loss, he's not looked the same. And, he's getting on in years. I wasn't impressed with him against Kevin Johnson. That was over a year ago now. I just felt that, although I'm not really high on Hughie Fury, I felt Hughie Fury could mess him around and kind of like steal a decision kind of thing. Just based on activity really, but that's not what happened. I felt Hughie started the fight quite well in round 1, but in round 2 he actually sustained a really bad cut. I couldn't tell whether that was because of a punch or a head clash, but he suffered a cut that apparently first opened up in training, and again it opened up in the fight. It was really bad, quite a lot of blood to start with. And, that looked like it really threw Hughie Fury out of his game. Now, that's happened before. If you recall the Fred Cassie fight, he got a cut in that fight, and again, he didn't really respond that well. So maybe we should not take it as a surprise that it happened again. But yeah, round 2, he got cut, didn't really handle it very well. And, it was really a messy fight from then on out. A lot of clinching, a lot of holding. But Pulev, for the most part, was landing all the quality shots, landed some good stiff jabs, landed some good stiff right hands. He was trying to work, although a lot of it was kind of in clinches. He was the guy who was forcing the issue. He was the aggressor, and he won the majority of the rounds. There is no case that Hughie Fury won this fight. The only bit of success Hughie really had in this fight was, I believe, round 5 or 6. He actually hurt Pulev with a lovely quick right hand, kind of caught Pulev by surprise, and he was buzzed. And unfortunately, the referee jumped in soon after for some reason, and he kind of saved Pulev, but that was Hughie Fury's only real bit of success. Apart from that, it was very mauly, it was very ugly, but Pulev was landing the better work. He was the guy who was trying to force the fight. I'm not sure what Hughie Fury's game plan was. For my money, he should have been sticking and moving, using his legs, using the jab, varying it from body to head, keeping Pulev on the move, keeping him off balance, because Pulev needs to set his feet to really throw his shots. He's a very flat-footed fighter. He's not a great pressure fighter by any means. He wants you to stand off him so he can do his work. And in this fight, Hughie Fury stood off him quite a lot. That's why he got involved in so many clinches. There are so many times in this fight when Hughie was in the corners just standing there. He wasn't trying to move. He wasn't trying to spin Pulev. I don't know what the game plan was, but it did not work. And it took me by surprise. I thought he was going to stick and move and, fight like a Fury, but he fought like he had no energy. No energy whatsoever. He barely let his hands go. He wasn't moving around that much. It was just a really strange performance. And the energy levels, is that because of his illness? Is that because of bad strength and conditioning? What is it? Because he looked off the pace tonight. He looked unfit. He didn't look prepared. It looked like he'd done no sparring leading into this fight. He looked awful. And listen, there's a lot of Hughie Fury believers out there. He is not world level. He's not close to world level. He really needs to rebuild and, get some good learning fights. He needs to stay at domestic level, and something in his training needs to change because he's not an improving fighter. That's how I see it. Something really wrong with Hughie Fury. I'm not really interested in seeing this guy fight again anytime soon, I've got to be honest. But as for Pulev, he is mandatory. For Anthony Joshua, I've got to be honest, I can't really see him having too much success in that fight. If you're getting hurt by Hughie Fury, That's kind of concerning. Again, Pulev did not really have to do much to win this fight. He looked good in spots, but I mean, he didn't really have to do much to win this fight, so it's kind of hard to judge to see what Pulev has left. So yeah, I don't really expect him to give Anthony Joshua too many problems, but that's just my opinion. Share your thoughts below. Peace.